Okay, so now that we have our materials, we're gonna need a camera to render this properly. And to place a camera, we just choose a nice angle and hold Control and click on the camera here. This gives us the camera. Now, going to the camera, I'm gonna change here on the view, I'm gonna change the resolution to something square, like 1000 by 1000. Of course, my framing now doesn't really look that great, so I'm gonna go here, make sure I'm on the camera, and click here on the lock to lock my view to the camera. I'm gonna just hit escape to get out of the gizmos of the camera and just actually navigate to the angle that I want. Something like this, it's fine. Yeah, so I like this camera. I'm gonna unlock so that I can actually move out and see my camera. Great. So now we have camera, we have materials applied to our texture. The only thing that we're missing is the actual light. So let's click Control and click on this environment light. This creates an environment light for us, and as I said before, we're going to use as an environment map, we're going to use our HDRI, the Studio 03. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to choose Studio 03. Now, if you want to visualize, let's go back to the camera. If you want to have a look at how the lighting is looking, HDRI, you can turn on the lighting here. And this is the lighting that we're getting from this HDRI. You can improve the quality of the lighting with this option, high quality lighting. It's going to give us this. And it's a fair estimate of what we're going to be getting. Right now, as you can see, the background is showing us the environment light. If you don't want to see the background, if it's kind of distracting, just press D here on the 3D view, go to background and disable this option, display environment lights as background. Now we're back to black. Now, having done this, we have all the elements we need. We just need to have a render engine. To create a render engine, you go to the context out from output. And here I'm gonna hit tab and type Mantra. Let's create a Mantra node. Mantra is an amazing render engine. It could be faster, but it's definitely one of the most powerful and robust render engines that you can learn. So regarding the changes that we're going to be making here, we're not going to go much in depth of this, but I'm just going to go here into rendering. This is one thing that you usually want to make sure you do, is go to rendering and choose as a render engine, not ray tracing, but actually physically based rendering. Now, how can we see the render? We go here. You should have a render tab here. If you don't have, depending on the preset that you're using for your user interface, you might not have it here. I think almost all of them do. But remember, whatever is not here and you want it, just hit the plus button and create a new pen type. So you can go here, render view, and it's going to add another one. But I'm going to go render view, and we have here, it automatically detects our Mantra node, Mantra 1. And this just means that it's going to be rendering the camera that's declared here on the ROP. Okay, ROP render operator. Okay, so the ROP is this Mantra operator, and it's declaring it's going to be rendering camera 1, which is what we have on the scene. Then you have these two options. This just means that if you change something on your scene or on a material, it's going to auto-update. It's going to restart rendering. And this just means it's going to give you kind of a progressive rendering. So it's going to continue to improve the rendering, but it's faster for previews. Let's keep both of them on, and let's just hit the button render. Usually Mantra takes a bit to start rendering. So here we have our rendering. This is a progressive rendering. Remember, these aren't amazing materials or anything. This is some pretty basic materials. We don't have bump, we don't have any texture applied to it, but it's good enough for us to be able to assess the quality of our model. Let's change a bit the intensity. Remember, this is still in progressive, so you can go to your object context, go into your environment light, and let's say you want it a bit less intense. It seems to be kind of burning out here. So let's try it at 0.4. And automatically it starts updating. I think 0.4 is better. Let's try even less, 0.2. Automatically updates, and it's pretty fast in terms of updating. So I think this works. You can try different orientations for the lighting. If you go here to the transform, you can rotate your map around using the Y axis. So let's say 90 degrees, and it's going to change the orientation of the map, and it's going to give you a different look. Let's say 120. I kind of like this look. 120 isn't bad. Maybe 180, 40. Yep, I'm going with 40. So once you have this and you're happy with the results, if you want to save out your render, I'm gonna hit stop. This is where you stop the render. You can also render just a small region. Let's say you want to render just a small region here. You can hold shift, click and drag, and it will start rendering just the window that you created. Whenever you want to go back to rendering the whole image, just click outside with shift pressed. Shift pressed, click outside, and it's going to start rendering everything else. One thing that might happen is that you zoom in and zoom out and you lose, how can I go back to 100%? This was something that kind of bothered me for a moment. And you just click on this bar and you have home here. And this puts you back at 100%. This frames, but this puts you back at 100%. Let's say you want to render something with higher quality and you want to render with something with higher resolution. I'm going to hit stop. And high resolution, you go to the camera and you change. Let's say I'm going to put this at 1600. And regarding the quality, you can go here to your mantra node. And essentially, you have several controls, and we could go spend a lot of time discussing this. But for now, let's just increase the pixel samples. This is kind of an overall, a global control of quality. And the pixel samples, I'm gonna leave it at 6 by 6. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna just increase them to 4 by 4. You have the minimum and maximum rate samples and quality settings here. I'm gonna leave it at 210. And if you want to calculate a definite image, you can disable these two. Just hit render, and it's gonna render. It's not gonna render in a progressive way. It's gonna be rendering the image from start to finish. Okay, so we have some nice details. We're looking at the image at 100%. We have the details working really well. If you want to control where the buckets go, you can just click on the image, click and drag on the image, and it's going to show you the buckets will follow your cursor. And yeah, this is looking nice. Great. So the render is done. Let's say you want to save out the image. Nothing simpler, just right click, save frame wherever you want to save, and the format in which you want to save, and just hit save. And that's it. That finishes up the first part of the course. We've gone from, we gone through the process of introducing Houdini to you, the user interface, the workflow, and we've gone through the experiencing of exploring different techniques for doing some procedural or semi-procedural modeling of this object. And then we just quickly went through the process of adding some materials to it, creating a light, and doing a quick render of the object that we just modeled.